Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my gosh. So I had ideas, I had goals, I had plans. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful to have goals and ideas and plans. It does not mean we're going to be successful in all of those things, but it's great to have them. So I don't know if you've had a chance to watch yesterday's video. I had to show all sorts of sweaters and I got a lot of them done. Oh my gosh, I did not realize that I got that many of those sweaters done. For those that are new here, I have a series called Magnificent 7, and I was claiming 7 of my works in progress sweaters. Okay, you notice the look. There's more. There's definitely more. But I claimed 7 of them. And I was grabbing those out and doing a photo shoot of them because I hadn't done that in a while. And yeah, I was surprised. 5 of the 7 I've actually completed recently. Recent's recent. But, I did get those done. And one of them I'm ripping out, and another one I'm really close. Well, on the one I'm really close to, my plans, ideas, and goals today were to have that done. Yeah, it's not done. It's not done. Have we been following the 8-day sock challenge? We know that's really been taking my time. Although today, it didn't. Today, hubby and I went out gallivanting and just going around and about, doing a little bit of errands. And we had lunch. We had a wonderful lunch out and came home. And we both crashed hard. We both went into a food coma. We crashed hard. Didn't do anything at all. I woke up, scrolled social media for a few minutes and went, oh no, turned everything back off and went back to sleep. So, I had a nap and then a social media scrolling going, well, this is silly, and then went back to sleep. So I did not get the stuff done that I was planning on getting done. And I'm realizing, it's day 8. The sign up stuff for the closing out for the 8-day challenge and everything, it's like 10 a.m. Monday. I don't know what time zone. So, the thing's done Sunday at midnight, right? So we get that. So I've got a ways to go to get that second sock done. Oh yeah, I know. Anyway, I've been showing that every morning in the short. So hopefully I will have progress on that. So hopefully you're checking those out too. Anyway, yeah. I'm talking about a sweater. Why did I get sidetracked with socks? Because that's the way things go. So I've started working on this. We've got this beautiful brown yarn. I actually didn't start working on it. I'm trying to finish it. This gorgeous brown yarn. This is a worsted weight Patons wool, I think it is. Canadian Patons wool. I don't have the ball band. Brown. And I have affectionately dubbed this my kitchen sink sweater because look at the little tweedy bits. You've got that orangish rust, you've got yellows, you've got the greens. This is a 70s kitchen. This is retro vibes right there. And it's like a 97% wool, and then the 3% is the flecky bits. I do remember something like that. I'm loving this. It feels great. Well, I had finished the sweater. I did. I finished the brown sweater. I bound off. I wove in all of the ends. And I got some pictures I'll sprinkle in here and there. But I did. I wove in all the ends. And then the sleeves were short. We know that because I didn't have any more yarn. And then I found that I had this partial wall. I can make the sleeves the way I want them. So that's what I was working on. And my beautiful sweater. It's just such a comfortable, warm thing. I'm going to have so many cool sweaters come wintertime this year. It is wonderful. So this is just such a warm embrace. So I went ahead and I pulled out all the ribbing and used that yarn and continued to knit, attached the ball of yarn back to it, right? Attached this back to it and started to do some ribbing along the edge. Now, I was doing the whole sweater with size 8s and on the edge of it, I think I left it on size 8s down here for the ribbing. I didn't make it a tight ribbing. I left it kind of a loose. Well, I thought I would drop down to 6s, and that was silly of me, just to make the cuff a little bit tighter. And then I also decreased stitches, and you can see that I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It puffs too much right here. It's just my opinion. I could pull that out and put it back on 8s and it would probably be better. And then the other question is, do I want to do that or just leave it as like a rolled cuff? So instead of making that decision and pulling that out right then, I figured you'd want to see it, or not, I don't know, but there you have it. And you can, it's not bad. It's just, it's not doing it for me. It's just not doing it for me. And that's not much to pull out to redo. So that's not a big deal. But I did want to show that. I think if I do want the 1x1 ribbing for the sleeve right there, it's better if I match the gauge with all the others, because you can see on the bottom, this is on 8s. It's stretched, it's looser, it's more comfortable. This is tighter. I think I would want it to match more like that, for one thing. I'm like, okay, that's my own fault, whatever. So instead of making that decision right then, I pulled out I had long ribbing. I pulled out the ribbing on the other side, and then I knit that back up to where now I need to attach new yarn. And I haven't tried it on, so we're gonna try it on. And then you get to see what I'm talking about with the tighter on my left sleeve. And then, here we go. So I don't think it necessarily looks bad. Yeah, it's stretched out a little bit. I don't think it necessarily looks bad, but I don't know if and I would have to add a couple more rows. That's fine. That's no big deal to add some, take some out. But I don't know if I like that bloused right there. I think I like just the open. I could, this one's obviously, losing some stitches. Don't lose the stitches. This one's obviously not done. I just used the yarn that was attached previously. I have to use more, or, that I had for the ribbing before. Obviously, I'll go like that and make that longer. So the question is, do I at this point make this a little longer? Leave it? No, I don't like it. It'll be the length I want when I finish it. I don't like that bloused. I don't like that. I could, if I want to keep the size 6s, I could pull that back and maybe not decrease down as much. This is 58 stitches, and then I decreased it down to 38. Yeah, so 58, then 38. So I decreased it down, and I went down needle size. I think I did a little too. I was a little aggressive. I was a lot aggressive. Maybe that's not so good. I almost like this better. And that's what I was saying to my husband. I'm like, well, do I just do it? Stand up. We're going to stand up. I'm going to just be brown in your face. So do I just leave it like that and bind off? Longer, of course. We're talking longer. Bind off and let it roll and just leave it as an open sleeve. And it's not a huge, it won't be bell sleeve or anything. Or do I cuff it down like I've got here? Maybe pull that out and make it a little bit looser. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I want to make a decision quickly because I'd like to get this off my plate. I was hoping to get this done today. I didn't think it would take that much time. And truthfully, it wouldn't have. If I loved this, I would be done with that and then do a little bit more here, right? I would, but I don't love that. I don't. Yeah. Came on to ask your opinion and my opinion was made. I'm like, no, I don't like it. So I'm going to rip that back. I think more it's, do I just go with the size 8s, leave the cuff because that would make it looser, leave it like that? Or just, I don't know. How do you think that's going to look? I've got just a little bit of ribbing around the edge here. I do have the ribbing on the bottom. Leave that just the open. I mean, I did that for the boho sweater. This one's the boho sweater. That was the style for that. Just big open. That's the sleeve. Just big. I know I didn't do my ends yet, but just big open and letting it roll. And I do like that. And this is closer knit. It's not big and billowy like this one. So I'm not real sure. I don't really know. And it's taking out my time. And I slept a lot today. So I didn't get a lot of stuff done that I had planned on getting done. But you know what? That's okay because sometimes we need a little nap. And for me to have gotten as much, we're going back to the socks now. I know. You're like, wait a minute. I thought you were talking about sweaters. I know. And I don't even have them to show you. They're downstairs. But for the 8-day sock challenge, if you have not been following along, like I said, I've been doing a short every morning to show my progress. I have finished 3 socks so far, and I'm only like that far into the 4th sock. I did not get anything done since the morning short. So as soon as this is done and uploading and what have you, I will try to get some more done on that and maybe get through the color work because I'm not through the color work of that one yet. As I just realized it's not that many more hours before final submissions to get that done. And for my personal challenge, I've never done that before. I would like to finish this pair of socks. That would be 2 full pairs of socks in 8 days. And I've not done that before. And that would be just an exciting pat on the back. And their color work. I incorporated color work, which are my first 2 color work pairs of socks. And I kind of had the inkling that I would be able to get the pair done because it was like a week or so ago, I just did this pair, this beautiful sparkly. See, since I'm not showing the other ones since they're downstairs, I can at least show these, right? This beautiful sparkly pair of socks. And I got that done in 3 days. Now, granted, I didn't feed my husband. I didn't feed myself, right? We're just like, whatever, just grab and go. Oh, you're hungry? Sorry. You know, nothing else got done is what I'm getting at. Absolutely nothing else got done. But I got a beautiful Tabi socks, toe socks, pair of socks done in 3 days. And that to me was amazing. So then right after that, we started the 8-day challenge. And I'm like, I don't know if I could do much more than a pair because I just did that. And I don't know about you. Sometimes when you really push hard on something and you do a great job, which I think I did a good job, you're ready to move on. You're ready. You're like, okay, I did it. That's great. Now let's work on the sweaters. Now let's work on something else. Now let's start something new. And so far I've done good. So far I did. We know the new stuff. Okay, we're gonna show some other stuff. The new stuff was the teddy bear, right? We know that. Look, I did a little pink mouse, I did a pink nose on that. Like, hi, a little photo bomb. So we know that's been like the new things, the small stuff. And there's a happiness with these 2 because I finished 6 of them with pieces. And we if you've been around for a while, you know me with amigurumi and making stuffed critters. I will make them. And I love them. It's kind of a love-hate relationship, but hate's too strong of a word. You know what I'm getting at? Kind of like that. Love them, love the look of them. Don't always like the details of putting them together. But what is it that attracts me to them? Is the details of them put together, right? So it's a little psychotic. And absolutely adore them. So to have gone on a teddy bear craze the way that I have and have finished 6 of them, did we see that they have separate pieces? Did we see separate arms and legs and sewing it together and little ears and stuff? Wow. And they all have their parts and pieces, unlike some of my other previous animals, which we've got Layla over here, which is just a head. Layla's supposed to have a body, but I started Layla a decade ago, and I'm pretty sure she's not going to have a body, but the pattern does have a body. I do have the pattern. Yeah. Or I've got, does anyone here remember when I was going through the Tackle It stuff, the big boxes, bags, and bins? I pulled out this large dragon. The pattern was by Alan Dart. I don't have any pictures of it, but the body was like this. It was orange and green, so like that big. It was big. And I'm like, I'm not finishing it. There was just this multi-pack of pages for that pattern. And obviously years ago when I started it, I was very, very excited to do it. And as I'm looking through the boxes and bins and what's finished, what am I going to finish? What am I not going to finish? You know, we've got that going on. I'm like, I'm not finishing that. Well, one of you wonderful people, I won't say names because I don't know if she wants me to, but one of you wonderful people is like, send it to me. I'll finish it. I'm like, done. So even on that, there are things that little critters, there you have it. So that is out of my sphere. Done. And I've been getting photo updates. Oh my gosh, she's doing absolutely amazing. I'm like, go give it to a grandchild, go give it to somebody, enjoy that in your life. You've done spectacular. But I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So the fact that I've done 6 teddy bears and got them done and everything, that's impressive. And doing all the other stuff going on and trying to finish, wow. And it's wonderful too. I do listen to and I do read the comments that I get and the encouragement. And I've gotten a lot of pushing in the positive manner, okay? The positive, right? Of, wow, you've done so much with, I'm trying to do like 10 socks to have in the bin to give away at Christmas time. 10 socks a year. I'm going to make that. That's, I with all of this push and with the sock challenge and just going above and beyond and getting these done, yes, I will get those done. And then showing yesterday, all of those sweaters, 5 of the sweaters were done. And it was the, okay, you've done these amazing things. What's your next thing? And it got me thinking, you know, you're right. You're right. I have gone through and done these large, amazing projects. And granted, did I start them all this year? No, I did not. But the point is, I picked them up, perseverance, and finished some things that were started years and years ago. What I mean by that is, I'm going to grab another one of these. For the Tackle It series, I have found projects that are very, very old, like this one. This one, I don't know when I started it. I keep changing the dates. I don't know. 6-8 years, something like that. I'm not sure. So this sweater was started quite some time ago, and it's getting finished. There's no doubt. And this is another one that was found in the bins that was started. I kept saying like around 2017, but I think it was earlier than that, because the yarn I bought this for is at a store that went out of business 9 years ago. And this is the Miranda sweater. And it is just such a hug in a ball of yarn. I mean, it's just amazing. So going through and tackling these things in my life and persevering and doing accomplishments that I just never thought I would be able to do. Who picks up a project that's 8-10 years old and says, you know what, I think I'm going to work on that. I'm going to get that finished. We're doing it because and the reason I say we is I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys too, and you're doing it also. And maybe your projects are not as old as mine are. That doesn't matter. Point is, you're picking them up and you're working on them. And it's that reciprocal encouraging each other back and forth. So I am thinking about that. What's the next thing? I don't know. But I love the concept of that. I love the fact that we've gone from just working on some stuff to, wow, really going crazy out there and being aggressive in our crafting and having fun with it. And keep the reports coming. I so enjoy hearing that you've picked up that project, you know, that blanket. Bless you. Everybody that's making a king and queen size blanket, bless you. I've done twin. I'm just, hats off to you. But you're picking it up and you're like, you know, I'm not feeling it, but I'm putting a few stitches on it. You know, I'm not feeling it, or it takes forever, but I'm doing a row. And I'm telling you, if you're doing a row on a king or a queen size blanket, that's a lot. And you're doing it. It just absolutely amazes me. It absolutely amazes me with every little step that each one of us is putting forth in our craft and doing so much more than we ever thought we could do. That's where I'm at, and I think that's where you are too. Well, anyway, I have talked about that enough. I'm about ready to take this one off. Of course, it doesn't feel too bad. Just talking about double layered, right? It's July. I'm double layered in July. It's a little warm. And figure out, I'm going to go downstairs and show hubby both of my arms and see if he'll tell me the same thing. But this is going. We're not keeping that. That's too bloused, and I'm not keen on that at the moment. All right, everybody. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.